Hey guys, what's up? We are back and we are here with the final week of the LCS. Now, I do apologize if you guys were expecting this video just a little bit earlier. I'm planning on releasing this one a little bit later. Obviously, here I have the VOD from one of the games this weekend, EG versus Cloud9. But I really thought that this one would be a good one. I thought it'd be worth it. And as you can see, it kind of just a banger of a game here. I think it might be one of the more entertaining ones of the entire weekend. However, I did want to talk about the matchups in the final week. I wanted to talk about standings, so why don't Alright, so going into this week at the top of the standings, we had TSM and 100 Thieves tied with a 28-14 record, both, for themselves. And not to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're an 100 Thieves fan, I am sorry because TSM actually won their matchup today. TSM is now at the top of the league. Obviously, the rest of the weekend has to follow, but currently, if it were to end now, TSM would finish in that top spot. Right under those guys, though, EG and C9, 26 and 16. Since this is the VOD that I chose, I will not be spoiling the results of this game. You guys can see how it went, but these two teams were tied, so just super hype, and that's really partially why I wanted to get this this replay here. Just super excited to watch. Anyways, under them, we have TL, Team Liquid at 25 and 17. They have new roster changes. Santorin is coming back. A lot of things to be excited about there if you're a TL fan. You're hoping that they're able to right the ship. I think that in terms of, if you're a TL fan, your expectations for this week are probably, let's just, get back on the right foot, maybe a 2-1 week, something like that. Give ourselves a good mental boost going into playoffs because you don't want to end on like an 0-3, 0-2, or a 1-2 week, something like that. You want to at least have a positive record. And, a 3-0 week would just be the icing on top of the cake. We'll have to see, how Santorian is in terms of his form. He's coming back. But definitely things to be excited about there. It's not all doom and gloom for the TL fans, even though this is probably not the result that you would have expected at the start of the split. Or even really at the start of the year, given all the roster moves. Regardless, Dignitas is at 21 and 21, a nice, interesting record there for them. Under them is IMT Immortals with 20 and 22, and then FlyQuest at 13-29, Golden Guardians at 12 and 30, and CLG at 11-31. So really, if you ask me, the most interesting part of, a lot of people don't love the format here in the LCS, but I think that's one of the most interesting parts of that format are when, it's the end of the season, you have teams like FlyQuest, Golden Guardians, CLG, any of these teams could make it through the playoffs right now. It really just depends. It's time to step into the plate, it's time to perform, it's time to, you got to see how your competition's going to perform. Like, it's not even all, if you're a team like CLG, you really need to hope that you can 3-0 and then hope that, FlyQuest or CLG mess up big time. So obviously, FlyQuest has the best chances here out of all these teams, but I don't think that it's out of the realm of possibility that Golden Guardians take this. I think Licorice was looking good pretty decently in regards to gameplay. I think he was looking pretty decent, pretty strong in the majority of their games. Maybe they're slipping off just a little bit, but my chips are on Golden Guardians. Maybe FlyQuest makes it through. They've been playing decently as well. I would love, I think it would be truly counter logic gaming if CLG was able to make it into playoffs. It would have to be, kind of a miracle at this point. But, it could happen. Never say never, something like that. But, that's kind of where my expectations are at. In terms of the rest of the bracket, though, I think it's entirely reasonable that TSM can stay in front and hold that first place. If you look at their schedule for the rest of the week, tomorrow TSM is playing CLG, should not be a hard win for them, and then they play Dignitas. Whereas, if you're comparing the schedule of 100 Thieves, they play Golden Guardians, which, again, not the hardest thing in the world, but then 100 Thieves has to play EG, and that matchup I think could go anyway. So 100 Thieves is going to have to win out, against both those teams if they want to even have a chance of reclaiming that first place. And then obviously, given the records, I don't think it's possible that EG actually catches up at this point in time. I guess if they win out all 3 of their games, maybe, and then I guess TSM would have to lose. So, yeah, these things are not totally impossible. It's just very, very, very difficult as, the chips are falling where they're going to, wherever they may, and things get difficult. Now, regarding some of the matchups for this weekend that I think will be bangers, we got a couple decent ones right now actually going on. I'm looking at my screen. We got FlyQuest and Golden Guardians. Really exciting to watch. Both these teams need it so badly. Later tonight, we got CLG against Dignitas, Quantum Pay. Just we'll see what ends up happening there. If Dig drop that one, it could be massive for the table. It could really shake things up. I honestly, it's the final weekend, guys. So watch as many games as you can. They all mean something to some teams, and some way or another. Losses from even a team like Team Liquid. Like how does that affect you mentally, and how does that affect the seeding? Most importantly, like you need to win out to secure yourself better seeding in the playoffs. Obviously, we've had some memorable lower bracket runs and playoffs in the past, especially you think about like a team like TSM, but they're in front, so it shouldn't really be like the biggest issue for them. But something to think about. All these teams now they're trying to get through this final weekend. They're trying to put whatever they've learned throughout the season, they're trying to put it to work, and I'm really, really excited to see how it shakes out. Just going back through though, some more of these matchups that I think might just be crazy. Honestly, I could see 100 Thieves Golden Guardians being kind of a nuts matchup on Saturday, along with TSM, or excuse me, Team Liquid versus Evil Geniuses. I think EG has. Well, I'll go first. Golden Guardians, obviously, they're going to be super hungry, and 100 Thieves, especially after the loss today, I think they're going to be really, really hungry tomorrow. So I think both these teams are going to be giving us their best league. And then, Team Liquid and Evil Geniuses, I think not a single one of those games is disappointed. I think it's always been close. It's always been a banger of a game. EG, especially, I think is just playing a really entertaining league right now. So they're going to be my team to watch throughout the weekend. You look at Sunday, and 100 Thieves have to play EG. I think that might be the game of the weekend. I mean, you're also getting Team Liquid versus Cloud9. It's kind of exciting, kind of a throwback in terms of the prestige, but either way, what an exciting weekend. I'm looking forward to the rest of it and seeing how it all shakes up. Thanks for watching, guys.